فعال زنان و حقوق بشر و نماینده دائمی سودویند در ژنو هستند و مبحث سخنرانی که ایشون امروز میخوان به ما ارائه بدن در رابطه با زن و تحصیل هست. نفر بعدی آقای شما. اوکی.
So, thank you very much. We're very sorry that this technical problem actually happened. After the speech, I will go inside and will begin to help our interpreter. That's why I'm going to speak as first. Our program was that Mrs. Shahnaz Gholami speaks at the beginning. So, the topic that I have decided to talk about is about the education of women. But why this topic? You know, in Iran there are lots of laws, lots of such regulations that have very direct effect on the situation of women in Iran. For example, I just speak about the law for marriage. You know that girls are allowed to marry with 13 years of lunar year, so that means that less than 13 years. And actually, in some cases, the law has open hand. You can also make a 5-year-old girl to marry. So such things are the things that go on the parliament. And at the time being, I myself, we don't have a lot of sight that something might change in the parliament, some new laws or new regulations. No, it's not the case. For example, the SIDA is accepted in the parliament, and then afterward it was not accepted from another higher council that checks if each and every law is Islamic enough. So they said SIDA is not Islamic enough, and then it has gone to another council, the highest council, but it is there, so they don't work on it. Why I'm speaking about education is that with the new administration, new president, he has promised women that he will change something, that he will bring women also in management as ministers, and that women will have it much better after this administration. But still we have to wait a little bit. And for example, the president would be at this higher council who decide if Iran ratifies the SIDA or not. So I hope that he just go on his promises and go in this way. Why I speak about education in Iran? Because the education system at schools and universities is very much influenced by the government and not by other institutions of power, which there are lots of them now in Iran. And that means that the new administration of President Rouhani can really change the things that have gone backward during the last 8 years of presidency of Mr. Ahmadinejad. So, for example, I will begin from schools in rural areas. And it was so that in small villages, when there are not lots of education possibilities, lots of schools and so on, each and every 2-3 villages had one school, and this school was for both boys and girls. But then in Ahmadinejad administration, the segregation went so deep also until the very, very far villages where there were not lots of possibilities. So right now, this only school that is for 2 or 3 villages would be either for boys or for girls, and it could not be for both of them. It's not for both of them anymore. This makes that girls have to go 2-3 villages further, maybe still further, to go to a school that is specially for girls, because not new schools have been built. So that means that many families will stop sending girl children, to schools. And this could be reversed by the new administration. Or, for example, in the universities, where we have segregation at the time being, many universities has begun segregation in different disciplines, different courses, and many has banned women from studying in many of these disciplinars. So that means that, for example, we had also last session side event that it was said very precisely which and what courses, which and what disciplinars. But then it is so that, for example, the oil engineering, you know that Iran's income is from oil. The oil engineer is banned for women. So women are not allowed to study oil engineering. Or, for example, English translation is banned for women, although translation interpreting was, regularly is one of the jobs that women are very much there. And also in Iran was the case. So lots of people study translation in universities, but right now it's banned for women. So you see, everything that goes on connection with the internationally is going to be closed for women. So there are lots of very, very good books that has been translated to Persian on feminism and so on. And this is not what a very patriarchal government likes. So the thing that I wanted to bring in light was that the education system is one of the responsibilities of the government and not other institutions of power. So we all expect the new government, new administration to work on this area for women. Thank you very much.